Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We got three, fellas, we got three. 90 is the mark. Come on, dude.
Running right, Jones. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a quarterback sneak.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards remain for 2nd down.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give running right. It's Hubbard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Hubbard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check my 21, check my 21. I know he ain't got it.
The give is to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
We got 3. Watch 2. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Show me that. 60 Bison.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had it.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 81 yards. And the Steamers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Huntley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Huntley to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Huntley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, Hurts. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. A desperation heave for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steamers have moved out in front. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for this? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. On second down now, it's Mack. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him. It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there out of the running game. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And his pass incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Matt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a give running left with Mack. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steamers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Huntley. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. To throw on 2nd down. Huntley, flush to his right. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Huntley. Complete. Smith has it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Off play action. Huntley on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. This one swung out here to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. Room to run past midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs. 62 yards. And the Steamers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Huntley. Steps away. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Huntley. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Odafe Oweh in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Huntley. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three,
Back to throw. Huntley. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Finds a seam inside the 40, and all the way down to the 33-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few...
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more.